But is there anything on this list? We identified from about 20 to 25 of you yesterday on our Icebreaker Wacky Wednesday. These are the things you would ask a personal assistant to do for you, okay? So what have you mastered, or what are you good at that might be on this list? And then what I also want you to do, because you could only write one thing yesterday, pick your top 3 and write them again. I want you to write it and own it. Because you typed yesterday, now own these. What are my top 3 things? Because what this is telling you is I'm feeling spacey. I'm disorganized. That's why I'm in a space capsule today. So what am I missing? What's causing me to feel spacey or not get things done or feeling overwhelmed? If I just did these 3 things, it would help me. And you can't do all 3 at once. You got to pick one at a time. Okay? All right. So if you have a shot at this, take a picture with your camera or a screenshot on your computer and print it. Okay? Because we're going to come back and share if you have any advice to any of this. When you give advice, because I do have some content I want to deliver to help you with, they need to be short answers. Okay? So not big stories. You can't take 5 minutes. We're just going to do, this is how you could do this. Okay? So, all right, let's go back. Okay. From there, who has, oops, sorry, bear with me here. Should I stop my, here we go. Okay. So from there, from that list, paperwork, organizing my Excel reports, decluttering. I'm going to just kind of start there. Organizing my folders. Is there anyone who has a recipe of what they have done well to figure that out and defy it?
Don't say that.
Or is that everybody's problem?
Problem.
I mean, I have a good system, Jackie. I have a good system for that.
For it. Thank you.
For cleaning the WhatsApp stuff, and I'm sure many of y'all do this, but I do it daily.
Okay, bear with me. I'm going to stage to my topic first. Okay, sorry. So thank you. We'll get there. So I'm talking.
You're muted.
I'm talking about paperwork.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm talking about organizing my folders, organizing my Excel reports. Okay. Kind of that declutter my office space. I'm not here about your house, but anybody with tips on any of that topic first, so we stay organized here? How many of you?
I have a lot
that? Oh, go ahead, Shafika. Thank you. Go for it.
Okay. I have a tip if you're talking about, I guess, decluttering, whether it's in your office space. I would say label your folders. There's what I have is it's like a tier thing where you can put each folder in, so you can see each label clearly, what's in your folders. If you're dealing with paper, decluttering as far as on your computer, the best way to do is to create a directory. So you're not searching all over the place for your computers and your files. You create a directory on each one of your topics, and within that directory, you can even create subdirectories within that directory. So if one directory you have on your branch or your district, those subdirectories could be new consultants. Another subdirectory you could create would be your VIPs, and another subdirectory there. So that would declutter everything on your computer and save you time from, looking all over the place. Where did I put this file? And it's similar to what we have in the units on the JAFRA Amber region. Everything there is in the units, so you have everything listed, organized there. So.
Beautiful. I was going to say, I don't have your business in the model, But if you think about, I love what you said, Shafika. You said it beautifully. It's as simple as saying this. What are the main things I save in my computer? What are the main things I need for training or I get for training? You can look at the model of units. It's my way as a regional, so it suits me, but it may be different for you. I do it based on my calendar. The training I provide, the people I serve in categories. 4 weeks to launch is for consultants, right? 4 weeks to leadership is for future leaders. And so you can go through there. Then you'll see party training. Then you will see invitations and calendars. So my desktop folder is aligned to it. Okay, there's recognition. So every folder in my computer is also in units organized the same way. Because if I don't, I can't keep track. When I go into my email, I have folders there. And you can do daily cleaning and organizing at the end of your day, or when you start your day, you move everything, because I save 1 million things on a desktop a day. So I can't open my desktop and see 80 files. I probably get 50 files a day. That's not a joke. So how do you organize it? So in the morning, I have one row that is highly active for August of desktops. I have something I'm working on in the center, and the rest are my reports. My desktop is everything I need this month or this week or this day to get by. So I have the monthly, the weekly, and the daily. My folders, if I see it and it's something for my folder, it goes in the morning. If I'm not clean and organized in the morning, my day runs the same way. Okay, so you can do it weekly, you can do it daily. And I know Cheryl, I'm going to go to her because in that next topic, because she set a strategy that suits it. But decluttering is, first of all, if you're looking at your desk and it's full of stuff, first of all, put it in a big bin and get it behind you. If you look in front of you and it's cluttered, you are operating that day psychologically all day long. So clear it and move it. And then either each day or Saturday, it's PJs and Bonbon Day. You take an hour every Saturday or 2 hours or one big garbage dump day and you get rid of it. And you don't need much in your office in paper. Trust me, if it was that good of a dang idea from 1984, you would be using it and be a millionaire. Okay, so you don't need much anymore. I literally don't save a lot of paper at all. Everything is organized in my folders. I know where it is. And I literally have my monthly calendar pack printed, and I have all of the brochures. That's what's on my desk with my calendar. You don't need to save much anymore, okay? So declutter paper, all of that, it's really important. I have a folder just for reports, and then everything is training topics. I do about every 3 to 6, typically my goal is every quarter, but if I'm traveling a lot, I do it every 6 months. I go through every folder and I delete. So I have folder cleaning day, just like you would do an office cleaning day. Okay, that is a strategy. I will go seasonal now that I'm not traveling as much every quarter. But we clean the units, we clean my desktop, I do my email, everything, okay? So let me go to Cheryl. This was a great topic. How do I clean my WhatsApp chat, my Messenger, my everything? You're saving it if you're not cleaning it. So go for it, Cheryl.
Okay, well, phone's gonna, I hope you can't hear the phone right now. Hopefully it'll be a spam person and it'll go away and nobody will talk. But on WhatsApp, because that's something that there's so many thank yous, there's so many acknowledgments, there's so many replies that are not really important, and they're important at the time, but they're not important to keep. So every day I delete. And sometimes throughout the day, right after I read something, I delete it. And so the only thing that's left on WhatsApp are the core things that I will want to refer back to. And that's really that's that's the main way that I've been able to keep WhatsApp organized. I don't know any way to delete stuff on Messenger, so I'm not much of a help there. But on WhatsApp, it's daily, and oftentimes right after I read it, it's gone. But there is a company called Weber Associates, W-E-B-E-R, WeberAssociates.com. And years ago, I went to a time management seminar that they did, and they have a calendar system, and it is an excellent, excellent, excellent program for tracking who you need to call when, where to find the information to support that, and who is supposed to be calling you. And it is, it's a paper system. I don't know that they've ever gotten it to an online system, but it is an excellent calendar management system if anybody is interested in looking for something like that.
Excellent. So thank you for that. Here's the key. In Messenger, if you swipe left on any messages, all the way to the right is a red trash can. It's in red, and it means delete. So I delete the minute I'm done with the message. If you need to spend a Saturday on Bonbon Saturday cleaning up past messages because you've never done it on Messenger, get rid of them. And then you've got a clean slate. Just like your text, if you don't delete when you're done with it, do a cleanup day. You can't do all this in 1 week. We need IPAs. So how do you declutter so you focus? Map time. Today I'm going to clean my email. Today, maybe it's, Saturday cleanup day for the next 4 weeks. And 1 week is email. 1 week is Messenger and WhatsApp. 1 week is my desktop, my folders. You can't do that first. That's why put it in a bag, put it to your side so you don't see it, and move on, but know you book time to do it. Start new traditions of cleaning so you've got a clean slate. That's really important. So when you go into WhatsApp and you click on Amber region, okay, the key documents or pictures that you want to save, my settings say save it to my camera. For a reason, because when I click on the top of Amber region, okay, so if I, bear with me really quick, sorry, let me get back here. So if I click on Amber region, okay, and you click on the top and you scroll down, okay, you can see some of your tools that are there, okay? You can go in, you can look at some of the, sorry, bear with me. I wanted to find, I do it different on my phone, so bear with me. I don't do this on my computer. On my phone, when I click in here, there it is, I'm sorry, right in front of me. So when
Are you wanting to share screen? Because we don't see your screen.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I thought I hit it. I appreciate that, thank you. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what I did is, bear with me. You click on Amber region, click on the top header. Here is where you can search. Here is where you add an attachment. The 3 buttons give you more information if you want. You can mute notifications, blah, 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 select certain messages, blah, blah, blah. But when you click on the header, here comes everything. So right there is media, links, and documents. So anything that was posted as a picture is saved. So I don't have to search or ask people. I'm trying to clean up our WhatsApp, okay? I want less communication there and very intentional postings and sharings, okay? So it's okay, we don't need everybody saying thank you, I agree to that, but it's okay because we need a little happy things too. So I'm not here to be ruly and control, but know if you keep your settings, the media has it. Here's documents that were recently posted. I only keep them for a week. So you can control your settings, how long you want to keep things. Right now I'm doing a week at a time, or you can do a month at a time. But there's documents, there's all the pictures, and there's all the links. So find it yourself instead of asking where is everything, because we have 50% of our our communication is where is it, where is it, where is it? Okay, does that make sense?
Mhm.
And then you can go in there, and in your settings you can decide what you want to keep or delete. Okay, I'm not going to keep showing things, but again, you can delete. There's delete everything, delete chat. So I could go into all of these. So if I wanted to go in here and I want to delete my chat, okay, I can clear all the messages. If I don't need what Vicki was giving me, I can clear all her messages, and I can clear the messages or delete the whole chat. I can go through this whole list and remove all of these chats by just 3 buttons, delete chat. Okay, so I would just have my groups there. So you can do it very quickly, either on your phone or, again, Messenger, same thing. Okay, so did that help a little? Clean it up.
Jackie,
Yes.
Yes,
Jackie, I
Pat?
have a question. Yes, I have been, I know of that little section right there, but what I want to know, what you just shared with me, is that if you, now you know this, if we, I'm sorry. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. If we, so that, okay, so all the pictures and things that are on there are now in the section group media, right? So if I delete, say, the Royal Flash sale, if I delete that, I can go back and find it in the group media. Is that correct?
It's saved on your phones, and the reason I save everything to my camera is because then I can click on my phone and go to Facebook, and I find the picture in my camera. So I do every level of posting, and I save everything in my camera. My thing is I have to clean my camera every week. So my big thing is cleaning my camera. That's my hardest part. But that way I have it, so I could text it to someone, I could Facebook it to the Amber region, I could put it on a business page. So your settings allow you to save it there, or it's saved in the Amber region media, docs, or links. It's automatically saved there.
Okay.
That's huge.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
So I'm trying to really teach you all versus just, again, give you a fish, because it will save you and save us way too many postings. I want to eliminate that, please. If you have a message to me, do it to me personally, not to the group. Okay? So this is our cleanup time too, to make WhatsApp more effective for all of us. Okay?
Thank you.
All right, I'll take one more comment, and then I'm going to go to my training ending education piece. Go for it, Carol.
I just wanted to say that, yeah, I've been noticing it's clogging my gallery, and I need to delete all these things. But what I do with really cool stuff, and I do what Cheryl does, I go through my WhatsApp, really nice recognition and things like that to keep it. But I delete like 4 or 5 times a day. It's really easy. But things that are really, really good images or pictures, which most of them, 95% of them I can get, and I send it to my email. I can send it to a text. Things that I want to save, I send it to my email, and then I make a copy and I put it in my appropriate document of whatever it is. It could be a product, it could be DEFY. I save it in the right, whatever is appropriate to my filing system on all my documents. So that works out real well, and then I can delete it. But it's really easy to send. As you know, I can send 95% of the stuff that we get in images. There's a few that don't work, but we get around it. But now I still can't figure out how to delete the media from my phone, because there's nothing on my phone that shows me to delete it.
Go to videos.
There's nothing that says videos.
Go to your gallery.
Go to your gallery, and you can even make.
I know where the gallery is. There's a lot of things I have to delete in there, and it's clogging my files. It's overloaded. Got it. I know where
The
the
videos are kept in the gallery.
Yes, they are.
Mhm.
Every phone has photo, video, and then they have galleries. Every phone, no matter what brand. Okay, so in your camera, Google to figure that out if you need to, but you can make folders in your, you can make photo albums, to your point, right? And create like
Yeah,
JAFRA
exactly.
business photos, JAFRA business videos. So this is a time for you to learn. I'm not going to teach it all, but it is a time to learn, or ask somebody to call you and help you learn, because getting organized is the best gift we have right now as well. Okay, so I'm going to take us to just a couple more things. Just note when you're running more things virtually, I'm going to just give some tips, okay, as again leaders. Today is really leader tips. Again, learn to use mute on this, because again, when you have, you're going to be on a meeting. Best practices are, again, turn off your office phone. Okay, I'm going to just highly suggest it if you can. Okay, if you can't, just mute yourself. Number 2 is when you go to a meeting, and practice it even at these meetings. Remember what Lori said, get your camera in the center with your head at the top. Okay, so your view is important as people look at you. So you want to be sitting in the center. She taught this on her Zoom training. You are the center. The reason I like virtual backgrounds, it's keeping me centered. And the more you want to be at the top, so think of 3 columns, you're at the top of the middle column. Okay, so come on at work and keep yourself centered. Okay, and you can learn all the Zoom buttons and things like that. But again, keeping yourself in that center piece. Note everything you do. If you are shuffling paper, I can hear it on your camera or on your microphone. Have nothing in front of you that you're multitasking. They can be watching you all the time. And if you're down like this the whole time, what are you at the meeting for? Okay, is all I'm saying is you are on camera. Okay, so as a trainer, I'm not talking about you with me. As a trainer, think about what they see. Okay, so it's a time again to even be the best trainer and learn these little tips and techniques. You all are schooled in them. You taught me them, but they're back virtually. Okay, so we'll be sharing more and more ideas on Monday. I want you to bring to our Monday, we'll have our normal Monday by title category networking time, and then we branch into the sponsoring time Tuesday through Friday. So bring some of your best practices that you're doing at your meetings, you're doing for recognition, you're doing for coaching. So I've been modeling for a few weeks intentionally. I summarized some of that today, but on Monday, we're going to really talk about being virtual leaders. Okay, and what are we changing in our training, coaching, recognition? What are we training? What are we learning? And finding some new best practices, tips for anything, similar to what I started today. Okay, I want to go back and I want to end with this based on your icebreaker exercise yesterday. All right, bear with me. I didn't hit share screen. What is with my brain today? I'm kind of camera overdosed. Okay, so here we go. So what I want to take you to, and this is a reminder, and we will close with this tomorrow. Okay, I knew we wouldn't get through all of this. But I want you to think about, you pick some things to focus on, block time to fix the challenges. You are your own personal assistant. There are 2 things though that were really key. Most of it is organization, all right? So that's okay, enjoy getting organized, but block time. Don't not do your block time to clean. I'm not worried about cleaning your house. I'm worried about cleaning your office, your desktop, your phone. I loved your topics. Believe me, I go through it too. I relate to it 1,000,000% as well. But you have to block time. I'm doing it better too, because now I'm finally home. I'm not on airplanes multitasking 80 things. So I'm grateful to do my cleaning. I am so stoked. Enjoy this time, but block it and don't let anybody take those gosh darn hours. Okay? Enjoy it. You will lose 10 pounds minimum doing each cleaning habit. How do we lead? The key is this. We either run success in this new world. You're all brand new. Don't go in the rearview mirror. Like Sandra said, I loved it. And Michelle's inspiration brought back, oh my God, I'm still in my rearview mirror. I still have the same fears. Stop. We're going out the front windshield. We got our high beams on, man. The world is bigger, brighter, and clearer. And we got to go at a speed down that highway like we've never done, with pure joy, to be able to serve people. So you can either lead by adrenaline or discipline. This is the D time. We're defying the disciplines we didn't have. So when you work by adrenaline, it's because you don't have a working system. I can be pumped up all day long, but there's a system in place. You can't say, well, let's see what happens today. When I hear that in coaching, it makes me crazy. Sorry, I'm a little systematic, maybe too systematic, but it took me years. I remember Belinda Ellsworth training how to run $1 million district is when I changed, and I doubled my income for 12 months from 30 to 60,000 to 120. That's the truth. I worked it, I disciplined it, and I ran a district, wrote my manual, did everything, and here I am, unfortunately. No, I'm kidding. But that isn't a pat on my back. It was a decision, like Belinda said, and then I created the disciplines. So this is your chance to be different. There's no specific goal or motive in career. Each day is, I'll give it a try. Again, not true. There's got to be a why. So the tries are intentional. Just like what I've done for 4 weeks, there's a very big why. I had to learn and listen, then come in with intention. Adrenaline is what JAFRA is giving me, is what motivates me. There's going to be ups and downs. I might earn a trip and then I get to slow down. I get a quarterly bonus, then I slow down. This is exhausting. Leaders' efforts are based on habits. Right now, the best thing is happening to this world for you is new habits. Leaders' work is consistent, regardless of a gift or incentive. We don't earn New Orleans and then stop. New Orleans is here to help you create new efforts. It's why I'm going to a 30-minute cash caffeine call for a new crew next week with one intention. If those sponsoring habits change, you will be new titles. You'll be wearing red dresses. If they don't, on a daily basis, you're going to go up and down, and it's exhausting to be the same title 5 years later. Anybody relate?
Yes.
Yes. I know you do. I love you all. You can't say it's God's will. Leadership takes ownership and accountability. Effort doesn't depend on your mood or your feeling or your life. You all have gone through things, and business didn't stop. You watched me 1 year on camera save my brother's life. I didn't change my structure or system. It was because I had a plan that I could prioritize and do actions differently. So again, that is the discipline. Motivation is from the outside. Somebody please motivate me. No, it's from you to all the boxes up above. Leaders do not lead by emotions. They lead by conviction. I've waited 3 years to be number one. Nothing was taking us down. Not to be number one, to be better than people. But I know the skill and talent you all have, and you deserve that feeling. We get recognition by that too. That's when I know I'm doing my best, by bringing out your best. That's conviction, just like you all have. To your team, to your clients, don't waver. Quit worrying about what you don't do right, and start putting the heart into caring with them like you've been doing. That's what works. Caring creates conviction. So time management was the biggest. Calendar, I saw a lot of it. So here's the deal, ladies. You have a calendar built in your phones today. Use it. My calendar every day gives me an alert on where I have to be. Teach your team to use I love my phone calendar. It took me a long time because I'm paper. I still do paper with my key dates, but my calendar tells me what I'm doing every hour with the pop-up reminder. Because my life in the last 4 weeks has been abnormal. We are on meetings till midnight sometimes. Suddenly I'm in the middle of a meeting, I gotta hop on another meeting. I have to keep up to it. So do you. This is a different world. So now get your calendar program. There's many out there. The most important challenge is staying focused. And I'm going to bring what Dana and Neil Phillips did for us. When I ran our Success Squad, our pilot program this fall, they taught us the most important thing on running a business. After 40 years of their expertise, and Neil, my coach, is a master coach. There's only 7 in the world, by the way. So none of this is false. It runs across direct selling. What are the activities that you have to be in control of? There's 3 buckets that grow your income, grow your team, and grow your district and grow your title. Personal business, sponsoring or recruiting. Now we got to call it team building, and developing leaders. Those are the 3 buckets. People grow your business, not product. So what a leader does, if you're going to work a 20-hour week, I don't care if you're going to work 10 hours, cut it in half in each category. But you have to be mindful of IPAs. I love that comment. I gotta declutter. I don't know how to focus. When you go to training, have a notebook with these 3 topics. And then you can take your notes in one notebook, but this is what I do. I literally put notes into these 3 categories. Then I can break it into folders. Is what I learned today helping them with their personal business? Is what I learned today something I could utilize and coach to for sponsoring or developing leaders? And you can see we use it in 4 weeks on Mondays, on Tuesdays, future leader meetings. So I do everything in 3 categories. When I'm done with training, I pause, I look at my notes, and I only take the top tips and put them into these 3 categories. Otherwise, my notebook, I never look back at. So I take a lot of notes, but I make sure I've got 5 minutes to review, highlight, and then put them into the right 3 tabs, be it on my notes, be it on my phone, or a notebook, whatever you work best at. So 10 hours is personal business. You have to have new clients, new leads. Belinda Ellsworth said this perfectly. You can't change that. So 10 hours is booking virtual parties, helping your hostess with her event, doing online vendor shows or referrals or partners with businesses, ordering, taking orders, placing orders, doing a shopping show, planning in the morning, and organizing and decluttering at night. 10 hours a week is that. If you are working 40 hours, you can do more. That would be 20 hours here. You can only work 10, that would be 5. This is how you coach your team, your future leaders. What is sponsoring or recruiting? Inviting people, recruiting conversations, a 15-minute, let's take a look, bringing them to the joy meeting, following up, hosting events for you and your team, like a virtual party or a virtual take a look, or beauty and business all at one time. 6 hours a week. So as you're listening to this, how many hours a week are you right now spending on growing your personal business, referrals, getting new leads, following up on leads, doing parties, client service? How many hours a week do you spend sponsoring? How many hours a week do you develop leaders? There isn't a person here who hasn't dreamt about wearing a red dress one day. You might have just said, it's just not going to be for me. I'm too old. I can't learn. I guess I don't know how. Bull. That's a fear. Fear and faith, right? Let's go forward. You have to plan to promote leaders. 4 hours a week is inviting people, connecting to see if this is their time, their intention, Wileen's word. Seeing if this could fill their needs for 2 ways to payday instead of 1. Then onboarding them, training the future leaders or coaching, following up from Tuesday. And then teaching them, once they're a new manager, how to go to district manager level 1 in 90 days. And working with them every week as they onboard. The key is lists matter. Prioritizing those days, as I'm just using Shafika's buckets. Breaking down, who do I need to serve in what priority right now? There's a due date coming on the 15th. The 2 free gifts go away. So maybe the inactives, because they have double dip, they're your priority. They've got the reactivation gifts of RJX, Revitalized Products, and the Vesson and the cream. So they might be the high priority, those who haven't ordered since November or earlier, right? But I also need more. I love this sheet. It's everything I use is from Dana and Neil. And every day, this is a super tool. This is what I use to build my district. Believe it or not, it's that old. And this is what I use to coach my leaders and future leaders. It was making sure each day, what am I doing for my family and personal life I've got to do? What am I doing for sponsoring today? Building my personal business, working with my team, working with my new, working with my future. Some of it you'll do daily. Some of you might use this for your weekly planner. But find the tools to keep your list important. Remember the lists that matter right now as you're doing your business and inviting people or coaching consultants coming back is the shopping list. You saw Hudith talk about this, and we talk about direct to your door from your own store because we're defying people contact store visits. So helping every consultant shop more, helping new consultants say yes because they realize they have nothing to lose. It's also going back to a memory jogger for you and your team. And who do I really know? Where can I get new business virtually now? I can't leave my house. You know more than you think. And you need tracking and accountability. I love the IPA tracking form. I think this is awesome. I would do recognition with my future leaders and leaders here. And this is for everyone, including myself as well. How many contacts or conversations did we have? You have two tools. Now bring it to life through recognition and accountability. So when you hit urgent, you have 7 days left of these two. So that might be a priority. Prioritize around due dates and deadlines. And keep everything in front of you since you're helping your consultants order to remind them, do you want to add this on? Do you want to add this on? These are your perks of being in JAFRA. Don't leave them on the table. You got due dates of offers only going on for the 13th. I got to act fast on that with my clients for last minute Easter gifts for maybe my consultants. So use your due dates and prioritize. Mother's Day ordering, VIP, all of these things are here, but what's your priority? Again, when you sponsor, having it all in one spot with your kits, your pack, and there are 2 ways to payday. Join with 2 friends and look what you can get this month. Hey, why not 12 and go to 550? Get 10 times more when you add 10 more. You don't know that they don't want to add 12 people. Don't judge them. And find out on your team who is willing to work for this. Let's get your plan now and then join us next week for Caffeine and Cash Crew in the morning at 8 a.m. This is big bucks. Maybe you gave up on the trip. I wouldn't give up on a thing. I've never seen JAFRA give us $4,050 cash in 8 weeks in my lifetime. So you plus who is going to do this? If it gets you scared, then get a buddy. Get a daily bailout buddy. Daily Bailey. Who is it? Set that up. Join us every morning next week. But you need to know who's in this week so they're ready with us on Tuesday. So for today, we're not going to do recognition verbally, but what I want you to do in the chat box before we go is I want you to share the best thing, the best success you've had in the last 8 great days of April. Something that was super cool in your personal sales, your team sales. Personal sponsoring to team sponsoring, or inviting people. Maybe you tried videos and you've got people attending today. Maybe you had 10 people attend the meeting last night. Please type in right now before we go, what has been the best in the last 8 great days? So it's self-recognition day again, and we'll spotlight them tomorrow. So take a minute, look back at 8 days, whether it's results or actions or your plan, type it in, please. As a trainer, tip again, watch your chat numbers go up and expect participation. So be patient. It's okay to wait and let them think and let them type. Okay? Because this is your recognition for tomorrow. Okay? And you will learn from each other tomorrow. So just another meeting tip if you're doing daily. Okay, I know half of you have typed so far. Please keep typing. So for today, sometimes, because you all know what to do, we just need a reminder. So thank you for your feedback on our icebreaker yesterday on what you need a personal assistant for. I want to just say to each of you, if you need help with phone calls, it was the second thing. Do the worst first. I don't know if you ever remember hearing that tip. But if you have a fear for some reason of serving people by phone calls, don't do anything before that in the morning, unless it's this because you're on Pacific time. Don't call people at 8 a.m., call them at 9. But do phone first, okay? It sets your day for results. This is also a time you have high school students, college students, clients, moms, consultants. If you have to, hire them to do your phone calls. Train them on Zoom, email them your list. If your lists are too big, do your phone trees. I have a new secretary. She's going to be calling her an assistant. You're going to love her. You have a lot of, it's Administrative Professionals Week coming up. Those people aren't going to an office much anymore. Give them a job. Let them have 20% of their sales. And then pay them in JAFRA products as well. So I always had an assistant because I had 1,200 clients. I did recorded phone trees, but I always had somebody working for me. I could not do client calls. I wanted to be a national sales director. So doing client calls didn't serve me, but I reached back to them when they ordered to get leads or to book a party or to invite them to be a consultant. I was the follow-up, not the lead call. I could not do that. It wasn't a priority. I was looking for managers and I had 42 managers. So I had a role because I was going to a destination. So just a tip, that's not this. I can only live in the shoes you live in. Take advantage of people home, bored, looking for something to do, okay? So what did you learn from today? Aha moments before we leave.
Okay, I'll go. Well, I guess my aha, it's to try to get myself scheduled through the midst of everything, just to block off a time. And that's going to probably be like late in the evening to organize what I can do the next day, and then set it up in between times when I'm taking care of, home here. And so I think I always think about it, but I don't, I'm not one that always write things down. I'm a visual. Well, I do take a lot of notes. I shouldn't say that. I'm visual, but just putting the schedule down and sticking to it. I'm just all over the place, with that. And, when anybody calls me, I just stop, da, 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 da. So I think I need to screen my calls and let my consultants and all know too what's the best time? Because I don't want them to stop calling me, but what's the best time to reach me, you know?
Brilliant.
So, yeah.
Pat, I love something you said. Okay, reset. Everyone, rebuild your office hours.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's Belinda's system. You've all heard this a million ways of Sunday from me if you've ever coached with me. But
Right.
it works, or I wouldn't stick with one thing. Monday
Yes.
was client day. Tuesday was leader and future leader day. Wednesday was my hostess and party day. Thursday was my client service and lead day. Friday was fun day. So help me God if I achieved my orders and my goals and my sponsoring. I did my orders, I did my office work, I did my cleaning, I did everything. And Saturday was a big day of, you know, anything I needed to do to, you know, meet with people. So again, there was a particular time. I was available 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. That was running a ginormous district, okay? So this isn't you. Please just think of the concept. Every night, I had places to see people, okay? Be it a meeting, be it a party. But office hours. And one of the things you all shared on Tuesday, or was it? No, Tuesday, when we were saying organizing, was learn to say no. So when you have office hours and your family knows that during those times, they're office hours, no one ever called me or talked to me or needed me between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. This is 25, 30 years ago, you guys. But truly, everybody knows that's when I'm at my best. Middle of the afternoon, and I had little babies and stuff. So that's when I sat with my cards and my other things. Okay, that's outdated. But think of today. You said it right, Pat. We're all going through it because we know people are reaching out now more often, but there's no times. That's your office times. People first, right? I can manage the other things late at night. I don't care about, I can schedule my posts a month in advance if I want, right? So that stuff you do in the dark hours, like you see me do. Same thing you do. But phone time, camera time, these are my hours. After that, I get challenged, right? So even last night, Charmaine, I got off the call and she said, can you help me? And I'm like, I got to be honest. I've been on camera for 16 hours. I'm burnt out. So give me 10 minutes. I am getting a glass of wine if it's the last thing I do today. And I am going to get my pajamas on and I will get back to you and I'll send you a 1-minute video. But I can't respond and I will not talk to you. I can't. So you can be an I can't. I still helped her. I didn't need to, but I chose to. But again, it's okay to be that way. And I have to be honest and true to me or I'm not good for you.
Right.
Okay. So great topic. All right. Thank you. Next
I think
year.
people were
Jackie, I'm sorry, Jackie, one more thing with that is the power hour, to put that back into focus along with the office hours. Thank you.
Either 15 minutes or 60 minutes at a time. If you say 3 hours, you're a liar. It won't happen. I'm going to be honest. We're human. Do an hour, then take a break. Do an hour, then take a break. Do something else. Maybe it's paperwork. Maybe it's your walk. Maybe it's lunch. But to go 4 in a row is really hard.
Yes,
So
it is.
I would always do the 1 hour and then a 15-minute gap. 1 hour, right? Whatever that is. I love what you just said. It's super true. But be authentic and real to stay super on. Okay? So love that.
Jackie?
Shafika, thank you. Let me go to Shafika.
Sorry.
Shafika, what were you going to
Okay,
share? And then I'll go to Helen.
No, I was just going to say that for your people calling, when you say that people respect you more, you know, when they call you, because I know I've had some of my consultants, you know, they'll call and they'll ask me, is this a good time? And I'll tell them honestly, no, not right now. Can I call you back at this particular time here and stuff, you know, and like everybody has been fine for that here, you know, so teaching them to respect, you know, your time and your business, you know, you are a leader, but you also have your own personal business as well here. So
It's so true. It's called respect. You have to respect your business first and yourself. And pretty soon they start to see that you run a business. And you're teaching all the time. Leaders are never off, right? So again, just say, gosh, love to hear your voice. Let's set it up. My time for consultants is choo. So what works best for you for that, right? So same thing. Or if you have a WhatsApp group with your consultants, which I highly recommend, to be able to say, these are my coaching days and times. Let me know when you want your 30-minute slot. So be in control. So I'm going to take Helen, and everybody can type in the chat box before we go. What was the takeaway from today? How did today help you? That helps me help you. Okay, so pause and think what helped you. I'm going to take Helen's comment, and then I've got to go because I have a joy meeting and I need a little break, and I've got to prep with Vicki. So, and you can continue to remind people, right? So let me go to Helen. Thank you, Helen. What were you going to say?
I just want to say that I honestly live my life by a timer. And so when you set your timer and you set your timer for half an hour and you're not going to do anything but do that paperwork or do your desk or whatever for half an hour, it doesn't matter whatever comes in, that is your timer for that period of time. And literally, I burnt out timers. I use them all the time for everything.
And you have an alarm on your phone.
Yep.
Set it. Okay, a whole new D world. We went from DEFY to discipline today, and define things that stop us. How many of you learned a little bit more on how to organize your folders, declutter, organize your paperwork? Anybody learn some tips and techniques? Did anybody learn how to trash it and find it today? Excellent. Anybody learn some better things about time management and calendar control? Excellent. All right. Again, how many of you thought, maybe I should hire an assistant now and help me? Think about it. I'm just saying, your clients and consultants, you'll sponsor or create a leader. Everybody I freaky hired became a manager. Terrible problem I had.
Yeah,
So,
bad problem.
All right. So from there, thank you for your Wacky Wednesday comments. I hope today helped you. Do you need the slides to help you refocus?
Yes.
Let me ask you, where did I get that content?
From the new media.
From the workbook.
Do you know you have everything in units? I'm such a dork.
Yes.
I'm so organized. So your trainers, that's the workbook for future managers in the 4 weeks to leadership. Okay? It's in the future manager workbook. It's nothing brilliant. So it's just organized for you to use. So again, thank you for today. I know we went longer, but I want to finish making sure you're ready, because next week we hit the ground getting back to IPAs that matter and make a difference in people's lives. So thank you again for today. So value and appreciate you. And we have got a PhD in the last 4 weeks, and then it's time to apply what you learned in school. So see you all in the morning. Have a great day. See you on the Joy in a short time. Bye, everyone.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Leave meeting. Where's the leave meeting?